All right. Hey, go on. Shalom, y'all. Shalom. Straight from Straightway. Go on. Go see if I'm live.
Okay. Pull up the feed here.
Hold on. Because the title, check the title on it. Shalom, y'all. We're getting the feed set up.
Being scared.
Yeah. I was having problems with the title on it, but y'all, what I'm doing, I'm coming to you live from Straightway. Go ahead and sit down. Yeah, coming to you live from Straightway, and I'm be interviewing Pastor Dow. Man, we're gonna have a real good interview. Man, he took me for a tour of this place. It's amazing, dude. And the amazing thing is just the brotherhood or the teamwork or whatever that everybody functions with here for the greater good.
Y'all got everything y'all need?
And it's just amazing out here. There's a lot to be learned. Corey, let Pastor Dow. Corey, well, real fast, Corey, just tell them what you think so far.
Well, I think it's amazing.
Corey felt like she dreaming.
It is. Pinch me already.
Because we watched the ministry for a long time.
For years.
Ever since we came into the truth.
And just to see it in person, it just takes on, a whole another meaning for us. It's amazing. It's so peaceful out here, and it's just beautiful.
Man,
it's so beautiful.
Hey, look, they got some views out here on these hills.
Blow your mind. It will blow your mind.
I might be sleeping outside, real talk. I'm going to see if that's...
The air is different out here for some reason. But it's just a different, being out here in nature, it's just, you feel closer to the Most High. I don't know if that, makes sense. But, I've just been enjoying myself. Me and the girls, of course. And, just meeting so many, different sisters and brothers. I'm not going to want to leave. It's gonna be hard to leave for sure.
Yeah, but he's and Pastor Dow will be out here momentarily. He's gonna sit down. We're gonna have a nice interview. We're gonna talk about a whole bunch of different things. But for now, I'm gonna walk around a little bit. I'm gonna hold on to this. And if y'all are watching, I'm gonna be watching the comments here on YouTube. I know y'all watching on Facebook too, but it's too up and down. But man, it's just amazing out here. And like I said, we're gonna be walking around later. But for now, yeah, we can just sit right here.
All right.
Yeah, for now, let's sit down, pass it down.
Hey, Shalom Israel.
And Pastor Dow, man,
yes, sir.
Like I said, it's amazing out here. Some of the stuff that it's a lot to take in. I'm still processing it. Ideally, I'd like to be sitting up on that hill, though. I was telling the people, man, I might sleep out there. The view is amazing out here. The air, just the spirit of it out here is off the charts, and just seeing how y'all function out here, and maybe that's what we can talk about, because I'm gonna be honest, with everything I've seen, the biggest thing I've taken away just since like I said, since I met you in person,
yes, sir,
at the Great Awakening Hebrew Gathering, and just dealing with people in Straightway, staying at brothers and sisters' houses in Texas, dealing with the brothers and sisters here. The biggest thing I could take away is that and why I think something of this magnitude, and like I said, coming out here, walking the land and seeing it for myself, the reason, the one thing that I see set Straightway apart from everybody else out here is it's a group of people who have their mind right. And once you got your mind right, everything is in alignment. And like I said, I'm just flowing with this, but I'm going to tell you something. I watched a video yesterday where you were talking, or there was a sister talking, you were interviewing her, and you it was 2 videos I watched actually, but I don't know if it was your wife, but it was a bunch of sisters you were talking to, and that's where I want to start at, man. Talk, if you could, talk about the sisters' mindsets out here, because as opposed to the sisters' mindsets out there in the world, if you could.
Sure.
Or, and I'm sorry, I'm sorry I keep interrupting, but even in the Hebrew community.
Oh, okay.
So, go ahead.
Well, from your own personal experience, you see that it's pretty much the same spirit, be it in Houston, Texas, where you were, and here in Tennessee.
Right.
I will say that the greatest difference is that our sisters are serious-minded. They have their mind made up. It's literally made up. I mean, every single one of them you met, they all had a pleasant spirit. It's like this all the time. All the time. They are 100%. If they're married, they're 100% assimilated to their husband. The husband is the head of the household. You see the joy.
And the reason I keep interrupting is because this is Pastor Dow's reality. But it's not my reality. You know what I'm saying? It's me and Koya's reality in our marriage. But I'm gonna just give honor to where honor is due. They're doing it on a higher level. I see some areas where I need to work on myself at. I'm sure Koya sees some. She's impressed. She sees the way these sisters are, and what I'm doing here is I'm emphasizing stuff that I think you take it for granted. So you just say you just kind of say they're at. I forget the word you use, but the way I would put it, I can see these women are at peace in their mind, and they're at peace with who they are and their biblical identity, and they're not wrestling with it.
No, they're at peace. They're 100% at peace because they literally don't talk about keeping the commandments. They really, truly do it. Whatever's written down in that book, we live it. We live it here to the T, and I think that's the reason why that we have great understanding. As a matter of fact, that's what David said in the Psalms, that I have great understanding in all my teachers always went before me because I keep thy precepts. And we're literally doing is living this. And you at liberty. And
let me say this too, because, and like I said, I'm going to keep interrupting, make sure y'all understand, because what I've seen, a lot of people are looking at surface stuff. They look at the fact that Pastor Dow, he's a real man. He a straight up dude. He ain't got a spirit of fear on him in any sense. And that comes across in his communication, but when you get to know him, you also see that, you don't have a spirit of insecurity. You can be gentle when it's time to be that way, but you can also turn on the aggression when it's time for that. And I said all that because, again, me and him been hanging out all day. I've been around him a bunch. I've been around a lot of his other members. It's not them forcing something on the sisters out here or nothing.
No.
And if I get a chance, if it's cool later, we'll get one of the sisters on and talk to them or whatever.
Sure.
But what I would attribute it to is it's more to a focus on them getting their minds right, on deliverance. You know what I'm saying? Speak on that a little bit, if you could, about the fact that a lot of brothers and sisters alike in this walk don't realize how afflicted they are in their mind, maybe demonically oppressed or possessed.
I think that the biggest problem in our community, and not only that, besides theology and doctrine that gets in the way, is the practical application. It's amazing that Yahshua, when he was here on this earth, that whenever he went into the synagogue, the first thing he did was cast out devils. When he was on the street, the first thing he did was cast out devils. People had dumb and deaf spirits. Y'all's not giving us the spirit of fear, but a power, love, and a sound mind. We have all these spirits that we're dealing with, i.e. demonic spirits, personalities, but yet and still the preachers, the teachers, the ones who are the leaders of these so-called assemblies and homesteads and churches, mosques, or whatever you want to call it, none of them actually practice what Yahshua said. He said in Mark 16, that these signs shall follow them that believe. In my name they shall cast out devils, and they shall speak with new tongues. Most people have no idea what deliverance is. I'm telling you that demons are real, and that what you're seeing here is a product of people who actually practice doing deliverance on a daily, weekly basis. Every single service, we always offer spiritual warfare and deliverance. I just got finished casting some demonic spirits out of somebody yesterday. Just yesterday. And they're real. It's not something you just talk about. Most people have deliverance logos on their churches and their buildings, but they're not really about true deliverance. They don't know what it's really truly about. Casting out devils and having devils are real. For instance, if you're bitter and you had some unforgiveness in your heart, you have a demonic spirit, you need deliverance. Spirit of depression is nothing but the spirit of heaviness. Put on the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness. Notice it identifies every single one of these things as spirits. Either they're a good spirit or they're a bad spirit. And if you don't cast them out, just like that the Messiah said, then they're going to continue to remain, thereby affecting your personality, and you're going to continue to keep acting that same old way every single day as long as you live, until you really truly get about casting these spirits out.
And I'm
gonna get something to hold that, okay?
That's fine.
To prop it up here.
Yeah, that's cool.
Is that good?
Yeah, that work. And look, I'm telling you, man. I realize, I know this. You can't come together with one other person. You can't get two people to come together if they full of spirits. Like, so that's why I started off there, because our sisters have spirits.